Well, welcome to Decked Out Jon Boats.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk to you.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody what you got going on up there.
All right. Well, my name is Mellissa Cusic. I'm a Richmond native, and my husband and I together run an electric Jon boat tournament series called Ribbon Lips Open Series. We've been doing it for about 5 years now. We started with about 10 boats our first year, and we average somewhere between 40 and 50 boats per event now, and we're really taking off in Virginia from the standpoint of an electric series. So we're watching it grow. And
how is it that you got into bass fishing?
I'll tell you, I didn't grow up bass fishing. I grew up saltwater fishing with my grandpa and my dad, and my husband actually grew up bass fishing. So when he started doing these tournaments in our area with another club, he needed a partner one day. And he said, hey, why don't you come out and fish with me? I said, okay. I think I fished 1 or 2 tournaments and I was hooked from that point forward. With the fishing and with being a part of the group of people that, we have fishing with us. Fast forward a little ways, we kind of came into our own with our own tournament series, and now it's become my passion to just run the series.
Is there a big culture? I know down in here in Georgia, we have several clubs. We've got a lot of lakes to go to. Is that kind of the culture up there also?
The culture here for the electric series is still emerging. I think that you guys down in Georgia are a few years ahead of where we see ourselves and the other clubs in Virginia being. But we do have 4 solid clubs in the area that are doing the electric only thing. 2 that are right around the Richmond and Hampton Roads area that are doing quite well.
So how many lakes do y'all have that are electric only in your area?
Well, in Virginia, we have over 100 electric only lakes. A lot of those are not tournament conducive because of their size, but we fish 5 or 6 bodies of water that are really great for the growth that we're seeing. I wish we had more water in our area to fish, but we're bound by the geography.
Is that something y'all are shooting for? Like we do the TEC here in Georgia, is that something that y'all are working on putting together also?
Absolutely. We would love your guidance and advice with that. I mean, that's certainly what we see in the years to come is exactly what you guys are doing down there. I mean, I was thrilled to learn that something like this is already taking place. I mean, there's a visionary in you.
I can't take credit for putting together the Total Electric Championship. I try to do my part and promote it and, bring people, let people like yourself and the people up in Virginia, the people in Maryland, see what we've got going on down here. But I can't take credit for putting that tournament together. I'm using Decked Out Jon Boats to bring all of the people from all over the country together. And that was my idea from, to create that platform where we can all build the sport.
Right. And I love that. I think that what you're doing is amazing, bringing people from all over the community in the region, certainly, bringing Jon boats, giving them the credit that they deserve. I mean, I think that there's a huge market out there with kayaks, and then you jump right over to bass boats. And I'm here to tell people there's something in between, this Jon boat market and what everybody's doing with these Jon boats and these electric motors. I mean, it's certainly something.
I agree. And, for what you can get a really nice kayak for, you could get into a Jon boat, and to me, they fish a lot better. It's a lot more like the Bassmasters you see on TV. I don't really see any drawbacks besides the fact that you have to have like a trailer hitch. But I mean, you can pull a lot of these boats with a small car. I can't justify buying a nice kayak versus buying a Jon boat that I can turn into what I want to turn into.
I completely agree with that. And, we welcome people from all skill levels and backgrounds and cultures to come fish with us. We actually have people that will show up on tournament morning and ask for a hand to get their boat out of the back of their truck.
Exactly.
There yet, and come on, we welcome you.
That's right. Y'all do something that I thought was pretty interesting. Y'all limit motors to 36 volts. And why do y'all do that?
We do that to, in a sense, level the playing field. There are so many tournaments, especially in the larger boat world, the bass boat world, where your money is going to define your position on that platform. We wanted to limit motors to 36 volt to make sure that no 1 or 2 teams could dump $30,000 into their boat and create themselves an advantage that most of the field would never be able to achieve. So that's why we did that, kind of keeping a level playing field for our anglers.
One thing I would think is especially the newcomers, that allows them to jump in and be competitive, where the electric outboard game is definitely stepping up, and it's going to continue to evolve to where, I might be able to get my electric only rig where I could compete on Lake Lanier with the bass boat guys.
Exactly.
Like, I can see that coming in the near future.
We've tossed around the idea of lifting the motor rule in the future if things were to change, and we were facing an obstacle where that might hold us back. But right now we still have the motor limit, and it does allow people to come in and not feel like they're just going to get completely blasted out by the big guys. So, and it doesn't take a fast motor, even on the electric series, to win a tournament.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, my electric outboard went down in one of the tournaments this past year, and I actually still wound up winning that tournament. It's
good for you.
Pretty much luck of the draw. I mean, you got to be in the right place at the right time with the right bait in your hand, and everything's going to work out for you.
That's right. And I've seen a lot of guys come and go in the 5 years, but the ones that remain consistent, they can do it with any piece of equipment.
So how many of those original 10 from 5 years ago are still fishing in your club, or fishing electric only?
All of them.
All of them are. Because that is one of the things I love about electric only. Once you build one of these rigs, like, you are in it to stay. I mean, you see the same people week in and week out. Do you see electric only Jon boat fishing being the next, like, big segment of bass fishing to grow? Because, we've seen kayak fishing blow up. Of course, the pros have picked up a couple of different leagues over the last 5 years or so, with MLF and FOW and Bassmasters. So you've seen that segment grow.
Yes.
What can you see as far as the Jon boat community? What can you see in the future for that?
I can see this being as big or bigger than the blow up of the kayak series. I can see electric only becoming just a smaller version of Bass or MLF. I think that with the right people in the right positions to showcase this, it certainly has the potential to go where they are, for lack of a better terminology. I'm passionate about this. I see this in the next 5 or 6 years being as big as Bass. I really do. This is the next big thing. We are both sitting on the cusp of the explosion.
If there was a national event, how far do you think that your people would be willing to travel to compete in it?
I think our guys want this growth so badly, they'll make it happen. We will travel. I know this.
And the other thing is, do you think, because we do carry a lot of batteries in our boats, do you think there would be issues with towing a boat for any distance?
I don't. I think that we can all remove our batteries and put them in our truck beds and whatever needs to be done to get where we need to go. I don't think distance would matter. Now, I'm certainly not talking about traveling to California for a national tournament.
Right.
But with towing a boat. Several states over, certainly, we could all work it out. Yeah. And I think that's where we're heading. We're going to have to if we want to, bring certainly a regional East Coast thing and maybe expand from there.
But I do think that I can see some kind of national thing developing.
Yes.
And I would love to find some more partners to actually bring that to light and make that happen.
I tell you what, some of the builds that are on your page and on your website are incredible. It's just amazing to see what can be done.
It is amazing to me. I mean, I try to do my part, but Decked Out Jon Boats, especially the Facebook group, has taken on a life of its own.
I tell you what, we had one of our guys post this TikTok video that I made, kind of, showcasing the series. I was new to TikTok. I didn't know. I said, well, this will be fun. I'll take a little video of us blasting off. And he posted it on your site, and within 48 hours, we had over 100,000 views. That's when I kind of stopped and I was like, wow, shared over 100 times. I'm just like, this is amazing. Your community and your platform has allowed us to be seen all across the country.
Someone's looking to compete in your trail or get in touch with you. How would they do that?
They can contact me directly through our website, which is electricbassfishing.com. Of course, you can find me personally on Facebook. It's Mellissa Cusic, or you can look up our Facebook page, which is Rip and Lips Open Series, also known as RLOS. We have our schedule posted. Jason, my husband, or I can speak with you directly. Our website has a chat feature, which goes directly to my cell phone. So anytime, night or day, I do sleep a little, they can contact me.
So I know that you said that y'all, have around 40 boats. Is there a cap on your club, or pretty much the more the merrier?
No, currently we don't have a cap, and actually we faced an issue last year where we were starting to run out of parking. So we had to get into communication with some landowners near the ramp and get access to have boats parking in their field, which was really cool. I think when you start outgrowing a boat ramp is when you really start thinking, wow, this is something.
Well, I can tell you that tells me a couple of things. People up there love bass fishing, and that y'all run a great club, because to grow to that size would not happen without some great leadership. So my hat's off to you.
I certainly appreciate it. I'm going to continue to do what we do, and thank you for your partnership.
You have anything else you would like to cover?
I don't. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for building Decked Out Jon Boats and building a platform for everybody, this community, to come together and learn more about what a Jon boat is and what you can do with a Jon boat and how you can be competitive in a Jon boat. So I think it's great. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate y'all. I mean, like I said, it has kind of taken on a life of its own, and a lot of it's due to great clubs and great people like yourself and the people that fish in your club. And, all the people jumping on there and sharing their passion and their experiences out there on the water. And for that, I am grateful. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. The community of people that make this all up is, at the end of the day, what's worth it to me.
Exactly.